Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. This is Meg Manages Money. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing our budget from the 20th of January until the 20th of February to see how we have done. It is a couple days before that I'm filming this because I don't have any days around the 20th, so it's actually the 17th today, but I don't plan on spending anything else, so we should be good with the budget that we've got here. Just a little reminder that I do have a little candle on, which is our lucky candle. We're going to keep that lucky energy this year. This planner is from Rainbow Budgets, and in it, at the back of each budget, you do have a monthly overview. So what I've done is I've sat and filled in the details here so we can talk about what's happened this month, where I've went wrong, where I've went right, and yeah, let's just get right into it. Okay, so for the month of January, I had budgeted to get paid 1,600. I had been off a little bit and I wasn't sure if that was going to affect my pay in January or my pay in February. I think it's actually my pay in February that it might affect. And I also budgeted to have £50 from side hustles. I did end up actually getting paid £1,831.50, which is amazing. I'm really happy with that. Honestly, I think that my pay is actually a little bit more just because I did volunteer over Christmas to work a little bit extra. On my wage slips, it doesn't actually break down the hours that you're getting paid for. So I've got like a base salary amount that I get paid for the month, and then there's deductions. I do get a little bit extra if I've worked certain hours. So if you work like late, then you do get a little bit extra, but it's like not much. But any money helps, so I'm happy to take whatever. But yeah, so I think it's a little bit higher this month for that reason. And then going down here, what I've done is I've listed all of the categories that I have spent out of. So there are a couple of categories that I want to actually go in depth a little bit more with you. We'll just run through a couple here. So my bills, I had budgeted £811.50, and I actually came in at £795.25. So I was £16.25 less than I expected, which is great. Something that is included in my bills is the minimum payment for my debts, and because I have started to pay off my debts, my minimum payments are a little bit less. Also, if you guys can see here, this is my actual expenses. My phone bill was £5 less than I expected. What else was different? So Spotify and Netflix have both gone up by £1. Yeah, so you can see Capital One was less than expected. PayPal was less than expected. So that has had a bit of an impact. It's not much, but I'm happy with that difference overall. In terms of my debt, I will speak about that in my next video, but I have budgeted £282.61, and I've actually spent £419.87 on my debts this month. So I did make additional payments to try and get that debt tackled. It's been hard already. We're only in February. So next, I'd done food for £100, so that's my personal food just for myself. I got a Morrison's delivery, and I done a little shop as well, so I spent £80.60. Luna's food, I had budgeted £100 in cash, and I've spent £97.54, so I've still got a little bit of change in her wallet, which we'll use for our penny challenge. I've got here travel, I budgeted £40 and I spent £21.70, so that was pretty good this month. Social, I budgeted £60 and I spent £60, so me and my partner had actually gone out for Valentine's Day on Sunday before Valentine's. He had booked us to do a pottery class, so I'll try and flash up a little picture of what we did manage to make. It was really fun. We got to like actually have a pottery wheel each, and the lady taking the class kind of showed us how to make basic like little bowls, and it was really fun. We ended up, I made 4 and he made 3, and hopefully they make it out of the kiln after they've been fired, but we both did pick a glaze as well, so if I do end up with any finished products, I will try and show you guys. So yeah, we also went for dinner before it. The £60 kind of went towards that. I also went for lunch with my mum So some of that money came out of one of my saving pots and some of the money came out of social. So that was the two things that kind of took money out of there. And then miscellaneous, I budgeted £50 and I spent £66.83. So for me, that's me going over to my local shop, buying snacks, buying a vape, things that I don't need. I am trying to quit vaping. It's been difficult. And honestly, my mental health has been so bad recently that I've just kind of been relying on it, which I know isn't great. But hopefully once I get something in my life under control, I'm able to kind of tackle that as well. I don't want to have to take on too much all at once and then not be able to succeed at any of it. So at least if I do little bits, we'll be moving in the right direction. So that was all the categories that I budgeted for. Also takeaways was £50 that I budgeted, and I spent £67.04. And then savings, I budgeted £100 to go into Dublin, and I've actually been able to save £285, which again we will talk about in another video. The ones I did want to just mention, so Luna was not budgeted anything other than our food, but I did spend £6 on an enclosed field, so you can go to these fields and let the dogs run free in the field off the lead, and no one else is in there, like you've paid to be there, which is really good because Luna is actually reactive with other dogs. She barks at everything, and yeah, it's just a good chance for her to get off the lead. So we did only go once, but it cost £6 for the half an hour. My boyfriend actually took us at the weekend as well, so he paid for that one though, so it's not included in the budget. The next thing here is gifts. I didn't budget anything for this because I honestly thought I was going to be able to take it out of miscellaneous, but that budget was kind of wiped. So for gifts I spent £62.79, so that was on Valentine's, and also I got a little thing for me and my boyfriend's anniversary. So in March we'll have been together for a year, and I just got like a little thing to give him for that. The next one here is boyfriend, so I sent him £42. We had got dinner delivered, so technically a takeaway, but we're not including it in the takeaway budget because I sent him the money and he bought the takeaway. So I'm not including this as a fail on my budget. So basically overall, I had budgeted to spend £1,594.11, and I actually spent £2,004.62. So you'll notice that that is different from my actual. So for my side hustles, I managed to bring in £80. So that included a couple of things that I sold on Facebook Marketplace. I'd sold a velvetizer from Hotel Chocolat. I also sold a big inflatable giraffe that's 6 foot. I'd never actually opened it, and it was just taking up space, to be honest. I don't have any kids, so it was kind of just going to waste. So I sold that. I've also made a couple of sales on Vinted. Some of the Vinted money hasn't yet hit my bank account though, so that will be in next month's budget as a side hustle. What I haven't included here is any sort of money that my dad has sent over to the bank. So when I buy my dad's shopping, sometimes it will be less than £60. He always sends me £60. Sometimes it'll be more than £60. Whenever I've tried to give him the money back, he doesn't accept it, which I'm very grateful for overall, but I am 25. I'm trying to be responsible, but so I'm about £95 over my actual, and I'm not really sure exactly where the money's come from. I think next month I need to be a bit tighter on the budget to see where it is that this money is kind of coming in extra that I'm not accounting for at the start of the month, or I'm not accounting for in side hustles. Because when I looked at the budget, like my dad's probably only sent about £20-30 more than what he's spent at Morrison's, so I don't really know how that's happened. Basically is the moral of the story. Yeah, I'm pretty happy overall. So in terms of, I have done the percentages here if you guys want to have a little look at that as well. Overall, bills being 41% of my income isn't terrible. Debt was 22% and savings was 14.9%. So that's a really nice increase from last month. Just to show you guys, so the savings for last month was 8.13% of my overall income, and I've managed to kind of bump that up almost double, which I'm really happy with. and what was the other one? Debt was 22%. Last month I managed to do 31%, but my income that went to bills was 32%. So there's a lot more of my income going to bills this month, just because last month I got paid extra because I had a bonus at work. So I was able to put that towards debt last month. But I'm overall really happy with how things have gone. I've really been good at tracking what I'm spending. You'll be able to see I've actually filled out all of the tracker, so that's for one bank account. I've done it for this bank account as well, and I've really been trying to keep on top of it. I have also been filling out the pages for the weekly check-in, and yeah, like I feel like overall I've been really in control, which has been nice. I think just getting back on here has really helped me focus and want to do well. There are a couple of other videos that I'm planning on filming to show you guys how I done for my savings and how I done for my debt. So that will be another video if you're interested in that. Please do stick around on the channel, subscribe and hit the like button if you did enjoy this video. And I hope that you all have an amazing day. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!